Well, hello, everybody, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. We are live in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. And let me just mute this other platform that's playing where it's a sound. I'm going to echo. Okay. I was looking at the other platforms to make sure that we're showing up live on there. And we should be. I'm trying to see about my profile page on Facebook. I may have to go to the show page to check there. Oh no, okay. We are live on the Facebook page, which is very, very good. No. That's the advertisement. Okay, there we go. I knew I saw it because I got an echo on here. I got to mute that too. Okay, it looks like we got a little lag too that's going on. Sometimes that happens as well. And but anyway, we got a great show for you all tonight. I'm laughing at myself like I muted it. I'm still talking. Okay, back to the studio. Okay, listen, you guys, we got a great show for y'all tonight. I've been advertising it and telling you all to set your reminders because there's going to be some important information to be shared with y'all. And therefore, I wanted to make sure that you guys would be tuned in to not miss it. So before I bring in our guests, I got to bring in the heartbeat of the South, and that is my son, Tim Harrington. Hey, Tim, what's been going on with you? Oh,
Hey,
I
how's it
brought in Dr.
going?
Mario. Sorry. I didn't want them to see him. I think they got a quick glance and that's
They
it.
did.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
okay. All right, then. So, Tim, what you been doing?
Oh, really? Not a whole lot of anything. Just kind of taking it easy. Yeah. Looking forward to the weekend.
Okay, all right. I know you know your TV buff like your mom. What
Yeah.
you watching? What you watching? What you stuck on now?
Right now, I'm in documentary mode. So I've been
Document.
watching.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I've been watching documentaries here.
Anything in particular?
Not really. I'm kind of all over the place. But I like to do that from time to time.
Uh
It
huh.
goes a little bit more in depth with things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I need to refresh the screen because my chat box is not working. Let me see if I can switch over to private and then go back to stream and see if we can get it to work. If not, I'm gonna refresh the studio for just a second because people might put in questions and I want that chat site.
Give us a few minutes, everybody. We have everything straightened out. Just having a little technical difficulty. Here we go.
We don't have technical difficulty. I refreshed it.
All right, good.
Yeah, I refreshed it because I wanted to make sure that we got the chat box in. So our special guest tonight, y'all, is my son's longtime schoolmate. Well, not long time, but I mean they went to school together, and I know them because I happened to be working at the school that both of them were attending at that time. So without further ado, because he has a lot of information to share. I want to bring in our, oh, wait a minute, my studio says onboarding. I want to bring in our special guest. He's better known as Dr. Smiles, okay? But his name is Dr. Mario Thomas. Hello, Doc. What's up?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, we're doing great. And we're so excited and delighted to have you
Yeah.
guys with us.
I
Uh,
am too. Thank you for having me on.
yes, I looked at your beautiful website, and I was just so proud because, as I was stating previously, I know you from when you were um, what what age you y'all when y'all started junior high? About 13 years old.
The age we were 14, 15, 16.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. So
Yeah,
I've
right
been
in
knowing you guys since y'all were teenagers together
there.
in school.
Yeah.
And Mario's mother, y'all, was
Mm-hmm.
the cafeteria cashier.
Cashier.
And and I was the cafeteria monitor. And I'll tell you the truth, between the two of us, those kids behaved themselves. Because Mario, I know, can attest that Miss Thomas did not play around when
No,
Nah,
she
ma'am.
she didn't play.
when
Mm-mm.
Miss Thomas spoke, everybody listened.
That's
Mm-mm.
right. And one thing about my mom is she made sure that everybody was going to eat, whether
She
you
did.
had the money or not.
Definitely so. And
Yeah.
that was the most thing that I noticed about her when I first met her, when we started. And I would notice that because some of the kids were not back, y'all back then, it wasn't no such thing as free lunch. You either brought your lunch or you had to pay for it. And a lot of kids just didn't have a lunch to bring and they didn't have money to pay for it. Miss Thomas wave her hand and go, they go on down, sit on down and eat.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you a funny story that I played sports when I was at Corey, and everybody knew that my mother was the cashier. So the football team, a lot of the guys would get behind me in the lunch line. So
Okay, okay,
they
I hear
knew
you.
once I went through, my mom just passed them on through. They didn't have any money so they could eat. So
I know
those
that's
guys,
right.
that was some fun times, man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you had a lot of sisters and brothers, right?
that's exactly right. There were 16 of us.
Wow, isn't
Yeah,
that something?
there were 10
yeah.
girls and 6 boys.
Isn't that something?
Yep,
I know it was a large family,
big
and
family.
I bet Miss Thomas could cook too, couldn't she?
Oh my God. Oh my God. The blackberry pies. Oh, delicious. Everything was good. You
Yeah.
know, it's mama's cooking, so
Hmm. Yeah.
but you
Well,
were
I will
raised
tell you what, she was a sweet lady, and
yes.
yeah, and that I don't know, when did she transition?
Oh, she's still alive.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Yes.
father passed away. He's
Oh,
been passed
it
away.
was your dad. I
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
I had saw a
that's right.
post or something, and
Right.
so it had been a while, right? How long has that been?
It's been about 10 years now, I believe, since
Yeah, and
then.
I've been on Facebook about 12 years, so
Right.
yeah, I thought
That's
I
right.
had heard about it, but I just forgot which one. But
Yeah.
well, tell her hello. Is she watching the show
Uh,
tonight?
she's not watching, but I'm definitely going to show it to her.
Show it to her because it is and the archives. It's all you do is go to the Emily Pearl Show page, and you would be able to see the show whenever you want to. You know,
Okay.
Facebook has tightened up a little bit on their rules. They keep our show. They used to keep our shows on oh shoot for forever infinity,
All
but
right.
because there's so many people that has joined Facebook now that
Mm-hmm.
they a lot of old shows.
Yeah.
I used to have a couple of other shows that I didn't do regularly. They have sent me the notification that I need to download my files.
Mm.
But we do this show regular,
Right.
uh, so they should be there for a long, long time because we don't
Okay.
plan on going anywhere soon.
No,
Right.
that's right.
And I
Well,
will definitely forward the link to you after
okay.
the show ends so that you'll have it.
Got it. Got it. Now,
Okay.
before we get off of that, Miss Emily, I want to thank you for your service to us when we were
Yeah.
in school
Yeah.
and being there to help monitor us while we were in school. And as kids, you don't really appreciate those type of things, but as an adult and seeing how we're struggling in some areas when it comes down to education and our kids,
Hmm.
Hmm.
we need people who are monitoring our schools. And you were doing it, and I don't even know why you chose to do it. You'd have to tell us because I wanted to know what led you into wanting to be a monitor for us.
Well, okay. So, well, back then we had what we call the PTA,
Right?
and I don't know why they took the PTA out of school. The Parent Teachers Association,
Association. Yeah.
and all of us parents were involved. I would say what 90% at least of the parents back then
Sure
would
was.
be at the school, in
Yeah.
and out of school all the time.
Yeah.
Checking on their child or children to make sure that they were getting their grades and seeing where areas they were weak in and helping them, making sure they get their education. And so I was a member of the PTA.
Right.
And so when Corey Junior School opened up, I was one of the first students of the brand new school. I was the first class
Mhm.
Wow.
of junior Corey Junior
Oh,
High.
junior
So
high school.
so it was my alma mater. And
Gotcha.
so when my son started going there, I joined the PTA, and as a PTA member, it was kind of like a voluntary
Yep.
thing that we did. Just pick an area and what you wanted to do, where you wanted to help,
And you helped
and,
out.
and that's what I did. And
Awesome.
the funny thing about it is, to just show you how the Lord blesses, is that because I think I did it for 3 years until Tim started going to high school.
Right.
The first year, we were just volunteers, those of us that were helping around the school. But
Right.
then, as the Board of Education progressed in future, as the future rolled along, and they began to offer us a small salary, and it wasn't much. I think it's like $5 an hour or something like that. So you're making what, about $10 a day.
Right.
But we appreciated that,
Yeah.
because back then $10 a day went a long way.
That was a lot of money.
Mhm.
That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if you did it 5 days a week,
You had
you
$50, right?
taking
Mhm. Yeah. Right.
$50 back then was like
Woo!
$500 a week
You
today.
put
Yeah. Yeah.
gas in your car, get some groceries, the whole 9 yards.
The whole
Uh
nine
huh.
yards.
Uh
Yeah.
huh. Yeah. And so I did that to monitor our kids, because the neighborhoods back then, we were all tight. We were
Yeah.
tight,
Yeah.
and we made sure that our children behaved,
Yeah.
that they were respectful, and that they wouldn't starting fights. They weren't. We did not allow bullying. And hi, Sonya. Sonya says she's telling y'all right. Thank you so much
Nice,
for
man.
joining us. We didn't allow the things that parents allow their children to do
Right.
nowadays. We were all about the right path, education, making sure y'all learned, and
Right.
look how good y'all turned out.
Right.
I know, right?
That's
so let
right.
me so let me ask you, what made you get into dentistry?
Well, the true story, it's a long story, but I'm going to shorten it up because of our time frame here. It goes back to Corey Junior High School, believe it or not.
Okay.
Seventh grade, we were going to Arkansas for a field trip with my seventh grade class. Miss Hodick was my seventh grade homeroom teacher, and she was a science teacher. She was taking us over to Arkansas to see the underground caverns. Well, it was a full day trip. We were going to leave that morning, drive over a couple of hours, go through the caverns, and so you had to bring your lunch and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
That night, I went to the store, got me a food stamp book, went to the store, and I bought everything sweet under the sun that was imaginable. I had cookies and sodas, and and of course, I had my sandwiches. But anyway, long story short, I ate everything as sweet as possible over there, and just as we were on our way back, I started feeling this tingling sensation
Mhm.
in my jaw. And I didn't think much of it, didn't know what it was. I'd never felt it before. But as we continued to get on the bus and to start coming back to Memphis, this tingling sensation turned into pain. It was the worst pain I'd ever felt in my life.
Mhm.
And I didn't know exactly what it was. At some point I found out that, realized that it was my mouth, there was a tooth that was hurting.
Okay.
I was in so much pain all the way from Arkansas for 2 hours on the bus. I could barely sit down.
Mm.
And the only thing that was saving me was I had a cup of ice from McDonald's that we stopped at. The ice made it feel a little bit better.
Mhm.
By the time we got to the bridge, to come across the bridge to come into Memphis, I had run out of ice. So I was in full pain mode at that
Ugh.
point. All the way back to the school, I was in pain. As soon as we got to the school, I like just bull past everybody to get off the bus so I can go home and get some ice to put on my face to stop the pain. Well,
Mhm.
long story short, I swelled up pretty badly. Went to the dentist a couple of days later, and Dr. Pinkston, you may remember Dr.
I
Pinkston,
remember Dr. Pinkston.
yeah,
Yeah.
over in Orange Manor, right there off Airways and
Mhm.
Park. He was our family dentist at the time, and you hear all this horror stories about going to the dentist and blah blah blah. So I was a little afraid because I felt like from what I'd heard, it was going to hurt.
Right.
Dr. Pinkston went in. He gave me my shot. Um, uh, he told me that he had to pull the tooth because it had gotten too bad to save,
Mhm.
and I felt my head jerk a couple of times.
Ooh.
I looked at him and I
Ouch.
said, is it, are we done? He said, yeah, we're done. Well, it was completely painless. I,
Was
I,
it?
I was, yes. And I was so, surprised
Impressed. Mhm.
and impressed that from that day forward, whenever someone asked me what I was going to be when I grew up,
Mhm.
I would say I want to be a dentist.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You can't beat that. That is awesome.
Now
Yeah.
it is.
Definitely. A personal experience.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let's get into this dentistry. The big beautiful bill. First though, before we go there, how did you find out about our show?
How did I find out about your show, Emily? I was um, just through social media.
Okay, I
Yep.
just kind of like to know where our views are coming from.
Right.
That's all you gotta say because
Through
we do
social media.
we do broadcast on 7 platforms. Whenever I do a show, it's when we live. It's on 7 different platforms.
Yes.
2 gaming platforms, 2 YouTube channels, 2 Facebook pages, and Rumble. So we kind of get around the world.
Right.
Actually, if you want to know the truth about it, our biggest audience comes from overseas,
Really.
and we are very, very popular in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got like some adopted kids over there, and the UK. And shoot, I always forget the city and town that they're in, but I have 3 gamers that like they call me their Aunt Pearls, Grandma Pearls. So
Very
they they share our show all around their little
They
circle,
do.
in the
cool.
gaming area. Yeah, we get a lot of gamers. So thank you so much for that. So you said the big beautiful bill. What you need to know about it. So what's happening?
Right. So and we're going to kind of curb this to just focus on dentistry when it comes down to the big beautiful bill. And for those who haven't heard or don't know, one of the things we want you to do is to, and I'm using as many avenues as I can to try to get people to start talking about what's going on with our government, our state government, and how it's going to affect us when it comes down to healthcare,
Right.
Right.
and particularly with us talking tonight about dental healthcare.
Correct.
So there was a bill passed in July of this year. It was called the Big Beautiful Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, within that bill, they're going to make some cuts that's going to affect us, and particularly with healthcare. And it's around about $880 billion
Ooh.
they're requesting that they cut.
Oh
Okay,
God. That's a lot.
so that's a lot of money,
That's a
and
lot.
so I kind of, was doing some reading and trying to figure out, well, how's this going to affect us here in the state? Because there were some things that had happened that were advantageous to those of us in the state that were getting help from our
Medicaid.
Medicare program, Medicaid program. That's right.
Mhm. Mhm.
And and as one of the providers for the Medicaid program, we and the dentists here who take it, we were relatively happy with the fact that they had started covering adults here in the state, those who qualified.
Mhm.
And we thought that was great because in the past, we weren't able to do anything for them as far as the state funding uh,
Right.
went. And a lot of patients were coming in, and instead of choosing a treatment where we were saving teeth or doing treatments that were advantageous for the patient, they were electing to just pull the teeth, and in any cases where you can save a tooth, which that's always the best thing to do. But
Preventive.
yeah, because of finances or whatever, a lot of people would choose the cheaper route, which would be
Of
just to take
course.
the teeth out.
Of
So
course.
one of the things that I wanted to do was to kind of help people to try to understand what Medicaid is and what Medicare is, right?
Mhm.
So I'm not a big expert on it, but I do know a little about the differences between the two. Um, Medicaid, as you heard Ms. Emily say, mentioned earlier, it's what we call TennCare here for our state, a Medicaid program. And the Medicaid program, which is called TennCare, it's a joint effort between the state and the feds with funding. So both federal and state funding goes into Medicare,
Right.
Medicaid, I'm sorry, for the state.
Right.
It covers low income families and individuals that meet the guidelines to get
Right.
it. Okay?
Mhm.
And back in 2023, we're speaking specifically for dental, they started covering adults.
Mhm.
And that's what we were just happy about because now we can deliver treatment to adult patients where we're saving teeth, treating gum disease, providing them with partials and dentures and crowns. We're able to do root canals. Those type of treatments will help a patient to keep their teeth and help them to chew, function, speak a whole lot better than if they did not have their teeth, right?
Right.
So
Mhm.
that's Medicaid. That's your state program coupled with federal funding to help pay for dental treatment for you if you're able to get the program. Get on the
Right.
program. All right. Then you've got Medicare. Medicare is your federal program by itself, meaning federal funds that they'll send down to cover people who are 65 and older. Okay.
Mhm.
65 and older. And then there are some people who can also get Medicare without being 65, but you have to have a certain conditions or some type of disability in order to get it.
Right.
Okay, so you can get both Medicaid and Medicare depending on your situation. So if you're able to do that, that's even better. So now you've got Medicaid money and you've got Medicare money to help cover healthcare expenses when they come down to dental.
Right.
So you just got to know the differences and you've got to know what you can apply for and get.
Mhm.
Now here's the tragedy. There are a lot of people who have it or can get it
Mhm.
and they don't use it and they don't even know that they have it.
Right.
And so one of the things I want to do is to, if you're listening to this program, it may be your grandparents, it may be your mother, father, it may be a neighbor, it may be a church member, an uncle, an aunt that doesn't really even know how to apply for the program and they
Mhm.
need your help. You should ask them, how is your dental health? Are you on the state program? Do you get your Medicare? And if they say, well, I don't know, try to help them or find someone who can help. And if you don't know how to do it, Miss Emily, I emailed you some numbers. I don't know if you saw my email.
I got it, and let me see. I'm going to share that screen right now
Yes.
while you talk,
So
so
right,
we can
and
put those
so
numbers on there.
right, and if you don't know how to help them, call. You can call the number she's going to put up there, which is a 10 care number. And I've also, I think I put the website up there for
Mhm.
10 care, and you can call my office, Dr. Mario Smiles, 901-537-0077, and just ask for the 10 care Medicaid dental contact information, and somebody at my office can talk to you about it specifically for dental. And we know who to get you in contact with to talk about all of this and to get your loved one, neighbor, mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather signed up so that
Mm-hmm.
they can use those benefits. Because if you don't use those benefits, guess what happens to that money? That money gets given away in forms of bonuses to the
Oh.
companies who administer the money out.
Right.
So
Mhm.
there are companies who are under contract for the money that TennCare puts out, that the federal government puts out, and the more that they keep, the bigger their bonus is.
Mhm.
So now, I'm not saying that they're actively trying to keep the money.
Right.
What I'm saying is that that money is there and it's available,
Mhm.
and we've got to use it. You all, it's we. One of the things that we do a poor job of is prevention.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Right.
not, and this money is available. You can come in if you're on it and get your X-rays, examination, get your teeth cleaned. We'll check to see if you need any fillings, if you need any root canals, any kind of caps. Can we get you some partials or dentures made? A lot of patients, they're afraid, but they really just don't know that the money is available, and that's one barrier that keeps them from coming. The
Right.
other barrier is the fear factor
Mhm.
that they may have. We still have a lot of our community that's just fearful of going to the doctor, and for good reason. If you
Mm-hmm.
if you know our history and how we've been dealt with when it comes down to medicine,
Right.
that still kind of affects a lot of our older populations. They just
Mhm.
don't like going to doctors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, my thing is to find somebody or ask around, and ask somebody who possibly is going to see a particular doctor and ask them, who do you go and see?
Mhm.
And they can tell you how it is at their office. If you need to come and see somebody, come see us. We've got an awesome staff. We've got doctors. There are three of us, three doctors there. We have a hygienist, and there's a possibility of us bringing on a couple more doctors here real soon in the near
Okay.
future. Okay.
All right. So we have some comments from the audience viewers. I believe that's Jerica. Clifton Harris says that Dr. Mario Smiles' office is
Yes.
nearly the only dental office in Memphis who's accepting the 10 Care Medicare plan for the age group 22 to 45, as well as the other ages, but that specific age group has had a hard time with finding someone to take it. Thank you, Jerica.
Right.
And
And that's
Jerica has put the
there you go.
website on here for us. Thank you so much,
There you
Jerica.
go. Yeah. So now
Uh,
Jerica
we,
there,
mhm.
Jerica there works in my office.
Hi, Jerica. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting you guys because I've been looking for a dentist because I've got to buy me some dental insurance. Because my dentist, I don't know if you know her or not, but Dr. Corey, she just went out of business, she said last year because I contacted her
Yeah.
a couple of months ago, and I was
Right.
gonna go in and get some work done, and she said that she had to close her office, and I was like, "What? I did not know."
Right.
So
I
now
know.
I gotta find me a dentist. So I think I found one. Well, I'm sure I found one but I gotta find my dentist first because I need to know which
What plan?
insurances,
Yeah,
which insurances you accept, and you and I will talk about that.
that's exactly right.
Okay,
And
so Miss
I do
Rita,
I do know Dr. Corey. She's ordered off of Summer, right?
yeah, yeah, I was
Yeah,
with her for like went from when she first opened her office, and and so I had no clue because she was my dentist. That was my lady. That was my girl for my teeth.
right.
Because when you find a dentist that you like and a good dentist, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna stay with you, right?
That's
Mhm.
exactly right.
So when I got ready, I mean, it's been, it had been at least a year since I had been in, but I did not know that she had closed the office. And I called to
Yeah,
make an appointment, and
yeah.
she texted me back. I was like, oh no, now I gotta go look all around the city trying to find me the right dentist because everybody's not the right dentist, right?
Right.
So anyway, so Miss Rita Sweeney, hey Rita, she's my former coworker, also one of my insurance clients. I'm into insurance now, Mario. So you and I can probably do a referral for each other, and we'll talk about that. Okay.
That's exactly right.
All
That's
right.
exactly right.
So Miss Rita says my income is too high for Medicaid.
Yeah.
I have Medicare since 65 years of age.
Right.
I had to purchase and pay monthly for a dental coverage. Okay, so Miss Rita, if you don't have a dentist and you're looking for a good one in Memphis, this is your dentist.
Yes.
I don't know if you tuned in. For those of you who did not tune in early, I know this young man ever since he was 13 or 14 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
And he and my son went to school, junior high school together.
Yeah.
So these two young men know each other from school, and
Right.
I know him from school.
Right.
Apostle Teresa, hi. Here's another lady that's just recently joined my
So,
insurance team, and she says, "Good evening, Minister Pearls and everyone. Kingdom blessings and shalom." Thank you so much for tuning in, Apostle.
shalom, Apostle.
All right, so now, what is the change that's coming? What have they done? How is it going to affect the people that have dental insurance?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked because that was the question that I was trying to get answered. So
Hmm.
we did have an opportunity to speak to a gentleman that's in insurance and deals with the Medicaid programs.
Hmm.
Now, what he told us was that here in Tennessee, well, let me preface what I'm about to say with this. And we've kind of mentioned it before, but in Tennessee, um, we've been fortunate that our state legislator and governor has allowed the budget to include uh, insurance for adults. So
Okay.
21 and up, you saw Miss Jericho posted earlier when she chimed in
Hmm.
that 21 and up, if you qualify, you can get dental coverage here in the state. Um, and that started back in January of 2023. Um, so for those who have it, don't take it for granted. You need to come in and get work done, and particularly get yourself to the point where everything is stable. You understand how to take care of your mouth at the house, and then you come back every 6 months to a year, right?
Hmm.
So what we were told by Mr. Roderick is that right now there are no plans for or any adjustments to the dental benefits when it comes down to adults.
Hmm.
Now, let me preface that by saying he said that many of the cuts are going to go into other areas, like in pharmacy, when it comes
Okay.
down to getting your medicine and things of that nature.
Okay.
But when it comes down to whether your state um, has to provide dental coverage for adults, that's determined by each state.
Okay.
Now,
Gotcha.
kids, it's federally mandated that you have to cover your kids. So kids, we don't right now, everybody does everything for the kids.
Right.
I'm trying to focus on us because the kids are going to be okay. They got coverage, and we just got to get parents to bring them in for their regular checkups.
Right.
Okay.
But it's the adults that we're trying to focus on right now because, like I mentioned before, there are a lot of people who have it and they don't come and use it.
Don't
Yeah.
use it.
You know, and that money is just not it's not something that rolls over. It's not like they give you $1,000 this year and then next year you're going to have 2,000, and if you don't use it, it doesn't work like that.
Just go back to the state.
It goes back to the same as the years go by.
Mhm.
Now, even though there won't be right now, there are no plans for any adjustments to the dental benefits that adults are getting.
Mhm.
The cuts actually start in at the end of 2026.
Okay.
That means we got from now until the end of 2026
Mhm.
for patients to come in. They don't have to worry about the money is there. They don't have to worry about anything happening, particularly the adults
Mhm.
to that money. The that can be a negative because people go, oh, well, I got time. We're telling everybody, don't look at it like that.
Mhm.
Right.
Don't wait until November and December of 2026 and let me get in and make sure I can get my benefits used. I don't know what's going to happen.
Too
Not gonna
late.
not gonna be in the room. We won't be able to get you in because everybody now is gonna be trying to get in if something happens.
Right.
Right.
They need to apply now, and there is the link.
You better
And
know.
if you're on your phone, you
Yeah,
can click on that link, audience folks, and it'll take you straight to the site. Then you can bookmark it and come back to
right.
the show.
That's exactly right. And thank you, G Money, for putting that up. But we should have had G Money. We call it G Money. That's Jerika.
G Money.
We call her G Money because she handles the money at the office.
Okay, all right. I like that. I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
Kiara Reed is here. She says, "Don't wait. Come see us now."
Yeah, that's Kiki. That's my clinical floor coordinator. They're awesome.
All
Kiki
Okay.
right.
and G Money. Yes.
Right.
All
Right.
right.
So but yeah, so we're just trying to beat the bushes right now. Don't wait, y'all. You've got these benefits. Some of you've got them, and you're just letting the money sit there. And
Right.
these are patients. They're in pain. They don't know who to go and talk to.
Mhm.
They don't know where to go. I have a lot of patients that say exactly what you said, Miss Emily. I gotta try to find somebody. They had a doctor that
Oh,
closed
what
their
happened?
office, closed the offices up. Some of our doctors are getting a little older, and they've slowed up,
Mhm.
and they don't see as many people anymore. And there are still those of us that are out here and are accepting new patients. And as a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to open up $1 million office renovations off of Colonial. We should be open in about 6 to 8 weeks,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's going to be a really, really nice office, completely digital, up to date, and we'll be able to accept a lot more patients once we get that office open. We'll have about 9 operatory bays to see patients in, and so we're going to be ready. So just you got to call. And again, if you are not sure about your insurance, and it doesn't have to just be Medicaid. If you've got traditional insurance, a PPO plan, or if you need to sign up for something, we have an in-house plan that you can sign up for. But you just got to call and ask the right questions, and somebody will be able to divert your phone call to the right area in the office.
Right.
Okay, that is really awesome.
Good info.
Sonia, say congratulations. By
Thank
the way,
you.
I had to the studio. I was changing the something, and anyway, the studio refreshed itself, and my count of audience viewers went away. So I'm glad I had pasted it and copied it, and I put it there. But it steady increases. I don't know if it's don't come back, but at 38 minutes into the show, we had 244 people watching us, and we
Awesome.
want to thank all of you. So
Awesome.
Let's give them a round of applause for taking time out of their busy schedule to come.
That's right. That's awesome.
Okay. So listen, Doc is very also what you didn't know about me, Doc, is that I'm into the entertainment business. Of course, I have the show, but I'm
Right.
also into the film business. I produced and filmed a movie in 2017 that is still playing all
Okay.
around the world. I'll also send you that link too.
Okay.
But
Do
I
it.
want y'all to know that Doc is very what is it? Actorial material himself. He has his, I'm gonna play his video for y'all right now.
Okay.
Say outside is who I beat.
My name Vincent. I'm at Dr. Mario Smiles. I can't get that big dog smile. You feel? Oh, God. The boy for the tennis streets. So, we're going to put him back out in the streets.
Do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg. When I hit the dance floor, I be do the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg.
Yeah.
All right, all right. I like it.
That-
All
That's my guy,
right.
Vince. Vince is
Yeah,
really good patient.
like
Really
it,
good
like
patient.
it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so Doc has a lot of accolades, y'all. I don't know how he had time to get all these accolades. I put together a slideshow for y'all. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'm going to reduce my screen and hope we don't disconnect it. I did get end up I ended up losing the live count view by reducing and changing the screen. But I want y'all to see the list of accolades that this young man has gained since he has been in this industry. Check this out. All right then. Did y'all
Right.
see all of those accolades? Let me seem like over 100 to me. I was gonna count them, Doc, but I
Right.
said, okay, no, that's just too many. But the two most impressive ones. I mean, he's visited a lot of schools. I'm going to ask you about that too. But you are
Yeah,
currently president of the Shelby County Dental
society.
Society
Hmm.
and president of the Pan Pan Tennessee Depart Pan Tennessee Dental
Association.
Association. What is that? Tennessee Dental Association. What is
So
that?
yeah, I'm currently president of the Shelby County Dental Society. That's local.
Okay.
I was Pan Tennessee. I was president of the Pan Tennessee, which is the state chapter of the National Dental Association. So I'm no longer the president of the Pan. I carried that title. That was probably 8 years ago. But the Pan, so the Shelby County Dental Society is a chapter of the Pan Tennessee Dental Association, which is a chapter of the National Dental Association.
Okay.
So years ago, back in the early 1900s, when things were a little different than they are now, black doctors, dentists were not allowed to join the dental organizations
Hmm.
at that time. So of course
Right.
we had to form our own organization, which was the National Dental Association.
Okay. I
That
see.
association still is in existence to this day. And we, as a matter of fact, I just got back from the national convention back in July, and had a pretty good convention up there. Got a chance to learn some new things and meet some people from across the country, doctors from across the country. And so to this day, our organization continues to serve underrepresented communities, uh,
Right.
try to help get out information to serve those populations that need our service, because there's a lot of people that don't take the state program.
Right.
The majority, a lot of the doctors that are in our society takes the state program, and we're able to serve the people that are on it,
Oh,
uh, deliver those services.
and you
Great.
visited a
Great.
lot of schools. So when you go to the schools, you're just pretty much lecturing them on preventive dental care.
Right. It's a mixture of a number of things, and we're gonna get that. I'm gonna start going back to the schools this fall. I kind of
Hmm.
had a little break because these last 2.5, 3 years, I've been focusing on getting this new office renovated, and it's just taken a lot of my time to get that done.
I
But
understand.
yeah, but when we go, we're doing lectures. We're talking about prevention. We're talking about home care. We're talking about different diseases, and mental health, systemic health,
Hmm.
and the ways of prevention to kind of help the kids into understanding what it means to be healthy.
Right.
Right.
I I've, I have a show that I do. It's actually a rap show where I've got a music engineer. His name is Richard Hervey. His mama called him Richard Hervey. We call him Enigma.
Okay.
Okay.
But he got with me and we got some rap songs together. And when I go to particular schools, I actually do a rap show with the kids.
That's
And
nice.
we kind of mix the music in with the learning,
The
and
message. Yeah.
yeah, they're really really responsive to it. And so once I can finish up with this office, my goal is to try to get back into the schools and do some shows, and continue to try to push that preventive message.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Well, take
Good
me
stuff.
along with you so I can get them signed up some insurance.
That's
Mhm, mhm,
now don't start nothing, Miss Emily. You don't want to finish now. You know, tell you.
mhm.
Well, look, my grandkids, my know, and they got kids now. But
Right.
everybody in the family knows that Miss Emily was never, never ever a rocking chair grandma.
Right.
No.
I've always
No
been
banana.
a rock
That's
and
right.
roll grandma, not a
Yeah.
rocking chair grandma. Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we have an important question from a guest, I mean an audience member. She says that I know people who are actively employed and have regular dental coverage through their employer, what dental plans do you accept in case someone is looking for a dentist? Very good question. Thank you. Because I want to know too, because I've got to get myself some dental insurance and I need to be with the right dental
Right.
insurance coverage, you know? How,
Yeah. I was saying I wish we could have had G Money on it tonight because the
because she's the
Jericho,
one that handles that.
yes, Jericho probably rattle them off for you. We
Okay.
we
So you said now just Jerica, right? Jerica, can you type in what plan if
it's
you
a lot. Let us
if you
try.
if you type in a couple of few of the plans that
Right.
you accept for her for this question here, I will show it on the screen because
Yeah.
I need to know too. So right
Right.
now we're gonna take a real short break while and give Jareka time to type it in. I got one commercial that I always like to play on my show because I mix the music. I do a little mixing too, Doc.
I
I
see.
I mix the music to it, and I
Right.
love. I've been playing this particular commercial for probably about 5 years now because they used to sponsor my show, but they were so good that I just keep playing it even though they don't sponsor me anymore.
Anymore. Yeah.
Because they have what? A great product. Okay. Here we go, y'all, and we'll be back. And hopefully when we come back, Jerica will have that information. I'll put it on the screen. And then we're gonna see if Tim has questions for Doc. And then we're gonna let Doc go. Okay.
All right.
We'll be back. Don't go away, y'all. All right, then we are back, and let me go and see if Jerica has put in that information. Not yet. Um, okay. But we do have the comment from the lady that asked the question. Oh no, this is
That
Jerica.
is.
She say, Miss Sweeney. She say, I think it would be easier to answer what insurance we don't accept. Dr. Mario is in network with all PPO insurance plans. And I know Rita likes PPO.
All
uh,
right.
I can't think of one we don't take besides DHMO and
And
HMO plans. We do not accept those.
right.
Okay, so in dental health, in dental insurance rather, there are. I put this up here. Let's see if it'll come up. And I'll share the screen. I'll let y'all see this information. So that when you guys go to buy your insurance, you need to kind of know a little bit about what kind of plan you need to get. Well, that's not the screen, is it? And close that screen. Okay. Pick the wrong window. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Think this is it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay. And dental plans. We have a schedule plan, and schedule plans are like basic plans. I'm trying to read this. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger because it's really huge on my screen. So I don't want to be sliding the screen back and forth. Okay. So schedule plans, also referred to basic plans, they provide benefits for specific services based on a published schedule. In this regard, dental plans function like surgical expense plans. They generally contain no deductibles or co-insurance and provide first dollar coverage. There are non-schedule plans, which are referred to as comprehensive plans, and these are the most common type of dental coverage because these plans include deductibles and co-insurance and are generally divided into three categories. Your routine and basic diagnostic and preventive services, such as Doc was talking about, such as x-rays, cleaning, and fluoride treatment. Restorative services that are not routine, such as your fillings, your oral surgery, your periodontics, and something's missing. And then your major services such as crowns, which I know I gotta have some of those,
Yeah.
orthodontics, facial reconstructions, and bridge work. Many standard plans include coverage for routine care and other benefits for a standard premium. Many of these plans cover 100% of your routine services without any deductible, just like your cleaning. Most of them give you free cleaning a year. I think one, some of them like that. Anyway, Doc can tell you more. Well, Jerry will be able to tell you more once you tell her what type of insurance when y'all call. Okay,
Mhm.
just call the office and tell Jerry what kind of insurance you had,
Right.
and then she'll be able to tell you what they cover, what you would be able to get.
Right.
They have the combination plans, and there are limitations to these plans. And all dental plans include limitations, some exclusions, and some caps on your annual benefits. Okay, and there are some things that dental plans don't cover. But Jericho will be able to tell you all about that when you call in. And I want to make sure Doc's number is still showing up here. Let me put that back up here on the screen. Thank you so much, Jericho. Let me take the chat off and then I can put that back up there.
Mhm.
So, Tim, do you have any
Yes.
questions for
You
your
know,
long time schoolmate?
you know what I want to know, and maybe he can answer this question. Now, if people are like me, I was always afraid of the needles when you
Uh-huh.
go
Yeah,
to the dentist. So that was
yeah,
one of my biggest fears, and I think a lot of people that haven't been or go to the dentist regularly have that. But now to have something they came up with was better than sliced bread. It's an almond cream that they
Right.
put, oh, they stick you.
Right.
Best thing they could have ever came up with. So, so
Yeah.
if you had a fear like that, from your past, you don't have to worry about that anymore. They got it now to where you can't even really feel the needle. So
Right.
yeah,
good, good information, Tim. Because I
Yep.
know a lot of people don't go to the dentist because of that
yeah,
needle.
Yep.
yeah.
And do you know, I have seen a lot of big celebrity television actors in their movies, that they play in, really, really bad awful teeth, especially the
Yep.
British.
Mhm.
Right.
And I think they don't go simply because they're scared of the pain and the
Yeah.
Right.
needles, stuff like that.
Yeah. So so there are ways of getting around that. Um, the topical, which you spoke of, the little rubbing cream, is called topical.
Okay.
It's typically made out of what we call benzocaine,
Okay.
and we can rub that on, and it kind of helps to numb the tissue before we give the shot.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it kind of lessens how much you feel when we're expressing our anesthesia in.
Right.
But we provide the service at our office where we can put you to sleep.
Oh, okay.
So If you need to come in, you got to have any type of surgery where we're putting implants in, taking teeth out, wisdom teeth out, or a bad tooth. You have the option of election of getting put to sleep for
Okay,
your.
Okay.
great.
Yep.
And the insurance will pay for that part of it.
Some
Up,
insurances cover some of it.
some don't.
Some don't. Yeah, it
Well,
just
that's
depends.
gonna be the first question I ask the insurance company. Will
That's right.
y'all pay for me to go to sleep?
And G Money, that's what G Money does. She'll be right there to check it out for you.
All right.
Okay, all right. So what? I'm gonna call you the office Monday, Jerica, and so that you can tell me the best plan insurance comp carrier that I need to choose. Um, and I don't mind having a waiting period because it's usually like only a couple of months anyway. So
Right.
yeah, so I'll be calling in, talking to you, Jerica. So Doc, if you don't get any more customers from the show tonight, you sure got me.
Right.
and and I want to thank Miss Sonia. I work with her in insurance, and she said this lady can do anything. I think she was talking about when I was telling you that I do a little mixing too.
Right.
Okay, then, Doc, your closing remarks to the audience.
Yeah. So just a couple of things I want to kind of everybody take away. Number one, the Medicaid, Medicare insurance. If you know someone, if you have it, if you don't have it, call the office. My front staff is freaking awesome. They'll help you and get you pointed in the right direction or get you to the right person to get on it and to get in so we can see you guys.
Hmm.
Number two, there's just one thing that I want to point out, particularly for our community, that we deal with a lot in my office, and that's with gum disease.
Yeah,
Um, a lot
it's
of
kind
people,
of hereditary in my family. They used to call it something start with a P when you have
yeah,
the
they
dark
call it
gums.
pyorrhea.
Diarrhea gums.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a hereditary trait in my family. Every single person in my family I know has that.
That's exactly right. And we deal with a lot of that in our community. It causes tooth loss, bad breath, pain, and discomfort.
And the,
Uh, and but it's treatable. And people. That's why it's so important that you get in and get your checkups done, so we can see if you got it, and then we can talk to you about how we treat it. Some
mhm.
patients need to have surgery to fix it, but you'll never know if you don't come in and get your checkup done.
Yeah, and y'all do that while you're young because
Right.
when you get old like me, it's just there.
Yeah. And that gum disease is important because it affects you systemically as well. And a lot of people don't know that. The
Exactly.
bacteria that causes the gum disease, the bacteria, it's your bacteria.
Hmm.
But because the gum disease is so bad, the numbers of your bacteria is very high. And that bacteria gets into your system, into your blood system, and it
Hmm.
can cause heart disease. It can exacerbate your diabetes.
Hmm.
They found out that it has links to Alzheimer's, respiratory problems, arthritis, low birth weights in pregnant mothers having
I got
babies,
arthritis. I sure do.
right, and certain cancers. So it is so important that we disseminate that information, that people know about it, and that you share. Again, just like I'm telling you, if you don't, if they don't, you don't know if they've got insurance, you need to ask them: have your gums been bleeding? Are your gums swollen? Are you experiencing bad breath? You need to go get yourself checked out because you may have gum disease.
Yeah, and people just don't know this, but back in the day, because we did not have dentists like during my generation, because I'm 75, right?
Right,
And we, after becoming an adult, like in my early 40s, I had found out that a lot of older people under me that were older than me from like I knew when I was growing up, they actually died from gum disease. And I
right.
was like, how can you die from gum disease? But that's some great information.
That's right.
And
That's
so,
exactly right.
because they never got in what that was, it wasn't in a way for them to get treated for it back then.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So
The
it
the back
affects
the
your whole body. It affects
That's
your
right.
whole body.
The bacteria that builds up from gum disease gets into your blood system. A lot of patients who've got gum disease, they're experiencing a lot of bleeding in their gums.
Hmm.
It could just be spontaneous bleeding because your gums are swelling up so badly from the gum disease that it's breaking through the tissues. If you're eating, if you go in and try to brush and floss, you're bleeding really profusely. The
Hmm.
bacteria gets into your blood system through
Wow.
your gums. The bacteria goes to places like your heart, for example, that they have caused heart disease,
Hmm.
and it causes clots, and it causes buildup in your arteries,
And that's
and
how you can die from it.
that's how you can die.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's right.
So, Jerica, we have a question for you. Miss Sonia would like to know: do you take United Health One?
Here.
That's for Jerica. Jerica, do you take United Healthcare One? That's UH. I'm pretty sure that's United Healthcare
Yeah.
One.
Jericho's my expert, but I think we do. I'm a provider for United Healthcare, so the
Okay.
one I
She
don't
is,
know.
and she is fast too. Yay, Jerica. Jerica says we accept United Concord as Cordia as
Wait,
well.
yeah.
Okay. And Miss Rita says that her mother had to pay for her work, that her dental work when she was 19 years old, and pay as she go. And she said
Dr.
Dr. Northcross
Yeah,
was an African American dentist that she went to when she was young.
yeah. I got a chance to meet Dr. Norcross before he passed away.
Did
Uh,
you?
yeah, he was very, very nice. I never. That was the only time that I met him, and it was
Mm.
years ago when I was working. I actually, believe it or not, when I finished dental school, I got a chance to go and work with Dr. Pinkston, who pulled my tooth when I was in seventh grade.
Wow. Imagine that.
Yeah. So, but I met Dr. Norcross at Dr. Pinkston's office. They were
Oh,
they were
Wow.
good buddies. He and Dr. Pinkston were good buddies.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
writing down what Jericho put.
Mhm.
Dual complete. Okay. And then that UH1. They
Now I'm
say
gonna tell you, Dual Complete is that United Healthcare Dual Complete is a great program, dental program. So if you don't know how to get on Dual Complete, call
mhm.
the office and they can get you to the guy that can help you to get on that.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Well, I
That
think Miss Sonia can get me on that. Miss Sonia, can you get me on that United Healthcare Dual Complete? Go ahead and check that out this weekend. Let me know, okay? Because she's an agent also.
okay.
Uh,
Well, Miss Sandra can knows about it then.
yeah. So, Miss Rita want to know: do you take Aetna? Hold on, let me get that back up. Do you take Aetna dental insurance? Miss Rita want to know that, Jerica.
Come on, G Money, let them fingers fly.
Aha, she fast. Do you
Mhm.
take Aetna dental?
I
And
think you
Sonia is complimenting Miss Jerica. Miss Jerica Sonia say, "You are so fast and thank you." And she also remembers Dr. Northcross.
got the Norcross, yeah.
Uh-huh. So let's see. I'm waiting for Jerica. I'll put this back on there so she can see the question. So I'll tell you what you have. She's put it up just now, I think. She said, "Yes, ma'am, we accept it." Go, Jerica, go! I tell you, that girl is on the ball. Jerica, yes. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Jerica. And thank you so much, Doc. It's just been a pleasure.
Yeah.
I want you to feel free to be a regular guest on the show. Just call me when you're free. We're going to get you in here because I want to work with you. Like I said, I can refer people to you
Yes.
and you can refer them to me, but I know you already got some people lined up ahead of me that you
Oh,
probably,
it would
you
definitely
know?
can refer to you, Miss Emily.
Okay.
There
Thank
won't be no problem.
Okay. I appreciate that so much, but I'm your first customer. Okay,
Right.
but I will. You and me will work together, and we'll talk on the phone about what we're gonna do, and
Right.
see how we can really help and service them with that partnership. Okay.
Okay.
All right then. So closing remarks from Tim first, and then you, Doc, and then I will thank the audience for. Okay, Jerica says I've added a list in the comments. Miss Pearl, scroll up. Okay, okay, a list in the comment. Oh wow, she did add a list, y'all. Look at that. Can y'all see it? Let me make it a little bit bigger. So while Tim is commenting, y'all make sure y'all can see that now because I can see it. Okay. So, and I'm gonna can I copy this? No, it won't let me copy it. I'd have to go back to my own show and write them down one by one. Okay. So Tim, close the comments.
Oh, great information, Doc, man. We appreciate it. This is information that, like you said, the communities are not aware of. So
Yeah.
it was very good information. You covered a lot of ground, and thanks a lot, man, for taking time out of your busy schedule, bringing us up to speed.
No problem. No problem.
I
Thank
sure
you all for helping me.
I sure
Helping me.
pre Oh, no problem. We're not even finished yet. We're just getting started helping you. Don't let me get started because I stick to you like a glue. That when I was selling cars,
Yeah.
the manager of Honda didn't call me pit bull for no reason. Okay,
Uh-oh. That's right.
I go out there and get them for you. All right.
Right.
thank,
Okay.
thank you so much, Jerica, for that list, and thank you so much, Jerica, for coming on with Doc and helping him get that information into the chat box so that we could get it on the screen for everybody. This show is available. All you have to do is go to the Emily Pearl Show on Facebook, and you don't have to be my friend. You don't have to be my Facebook friend to go to this link right here, facebook.com/, The Emily Pearl Show. Just put in the search bar, The Emily Pearl Show. And the very last show that we did, whenever you look, that's going to be the one at the top. 'Cause there's a lot of shows on there, okay? Because we've been broadcasting this show for 13 years now. So it'll be a few of them on there. There are a lot of old ones too, because Facebook always sent me a memory thing of them. I was like, dog, that was a long time ago. But this one should be at the top, and you won't have to hunt for it, okay? And so make sure that you guys go there and look at the replay, share it around so
Share it.
other folks can
Yeah.
see all this great information and they can write this information down for themselves, and that would be so great. So, Doc, closing comments for you.
Closing comments. Listen, first of all, let me just thank you, Miss Emily, for having me on your show.
Anytime.
Thank you for being part of our lives, even if we didn't really know what was going on
Yeah.
back in your high school. And I do have a saying that I use from time to time, and I say, loving your mouth means that you love your body.
All
So
right.
make
I like
sure
it.
you're taking care of your mouth.
I like it.
I know that's true. I believe that. My Tim can tell you about that. I
Yeah.
had all his teeth capped when he was 8 years old. He had
Yeah.
to go in, my poor baby.
Yeah.
He had to go into the hospital. Look,
Put it to
this is a
sleep.
true story, y'all. True story. I'm serious, and I don't think they do that. I don't think they do that these days, right? My poor baby he had to have um, a circumcision, right?
Right.
Uh, and 8 years old, so he had to go in the hospital. So
Ooh.
I was like, okay. So he had the dentist and already told me his teeth need to be capped. I say, so look, okay, he gonna be in the hospital on such and such a day. Can you come in there and do that then?
So
My
they
poor
hit you
baby,
up and
my poor,
down the
Yeah. Yeah.
he was so upstairs and downstairs, but he had a double whammy. But you know what? I believed in taking care of those
Yeah.
teeth.
Right.
And to this day, he thanked me. And I tell you something, taking care of his teeth lasted him all these years.
Right.
And because he just now started to have dental work.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's
and
good.
that's his fault because he
Yeah,
likes
it is.
because he likes sweets like you did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's on me.
But as you can see, I try to take care of mine. But as the older I get,
Yeah.
I've got some work to be done, and I want to get it done because I'm always in the camera somewhere, and
Right.
I gotta look good.
Right.
Well, you are so welcome, and it was great seeing you again. And you know what? You really haven't changed since you was 14. You still look the same as you did when you were 14.
I think I got a few little wrinkles there, Miss Hibbs.
I don't see a single one. I just see some laugh lines around your eyes. That's all I see.
Right.
Well,
Well, thank you.
listen, I want to thank you so much again. Let's give Doc a round of applause, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. Audience, listen. Thank y'all
Yeah,
for tuning
appreciate you.
in. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for your comments. Tim, Sonia, say hello.
Hey, Sonny.
And she wrote him up because she wrote my son up for some insurance. But anyway, thanks, audience. Because we do this show for y'all. Okay, we don't do anything. We don't get anything out of it but fun. It's something I like to do. I've been serving people, as Mario has attested to, all of my life, trying to help people, and that's what I created this show. Told me to create a show. I was like, what? Yeah. I don't know how to do that. You learn, right? So I
Thank
taught
you, Dad.
myself everything, and now God has blessed the show for 13 years. We have had some tremendous guests on the show, just like Doc, down through the years, and we got many more guests to go. So tonight, I'm going to close the show with my monologue because Doc has never heard it. And I want him to hear this.
Let
And
me
I
hear.
want to thank him for his lovely comments that he made about me because you know what? I really appreciate it, Doc. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Uh, and I see some of y'all students, from years back because I taught in Memphis City School too for about three
Right.
years. And I see some of my students out and about, and they appreciate me and they tell me thank you. And it means really a lot
Right.
because, we thought we were doing the right thing. And when
Yeah.
y'all come back and get grown and be successful and tell us, yes, y'all did do a good job, it really makes us proud. So,
Yes.
so to all of my pearls in the listening audience tonight, a pearl is defined as a precious thing. It is the finest example of something special. So it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor. You, my pearls, are a precious thing. You are the finest example of someone special. All right. And as we say around here in the Emily Pearl studio, listen, don't hate them, congratulate them. And if you deem it and mean it, I promise you, my pearls, everything good that you do will what, Tim?
Come
Come
back to
back to
you.
you. And there's our show for tonight. Thank you, Doc, for coming to the show so much. We enjoyed you. And y'all, we will see y'all this time next week. Please let
Right.
everybody know about the show. That's our show for tonight. We love you. Bye.